What's up? I'm Emma John here for the NEL, and we are already in the drafting phase. It's Thursday night, and I am alone, which is sad, but nobody is responding to messages, so I've been abandoned. Everyone, feel bad for me. But seriously, Malt couldn't cast tonight, so I'm stepping in. Thursday's a nice night. I don't know how long I'll be on for. We'll see the pace of the game. I do want to watch some other sporting events tonight. But we'll look at the game right now. We can see we do have Monkeys Forever, Corey, Misha, Tralf, Go Audio on one team, and the other team is Judaka, Postman, Austrian Dota player, and SN. Over to the client to figure out who these people may be. Let's see. One of them is Couch, one of them is Blister, and that's about it. The other ones are who they are. So, we are about to get into this game. We could already see some of the picks coming out. These bans, OD, DS, Standard. Rays are a little bit early, unconventional, but he's been dominating games. Naga, like to see her banned out whenever you get the chance to. Now they're adding a Rubik and an Alchemist. No qualms with the bans thus far. The picks, Batrider makes it through to the pool, gets picked up immediately, and you add a Visage to it. Wow. Wow, things are going well for them. Meanwhile, Abaddon and Weaver, it's kind of a good duo. Weaver can play pretty free to do whatever he wants and be remotely safe in doing so, but Batrider Visage is legit. No co-caster tonight. No, sorry, Turbo Vidya. Unless, no, actually, there's no way I can get a co-caster. We went over this once because I would have to, they wouldn't be able to get in game. And we have people on the ticket that are watching. Speaking of the ticket's only $3.99 or $4 in the Dota 2 store, so you should purchase one up. I don't have any giveaways for you tonight, so if you guys are here for that, sorry. You might as well go away. No offense, but I don't have anything to give away right now. Windrunner gets picked up here at the third pick. It's an early Windrunner. So the bans are super legit. The picks were all serious heroes, and then the Windrunner showed up. Bay makes it into play. There's a bit of disables. Bane's still going to be pretty strong. Could lane pretty well as well. No more, no watch. Oh no! I just lost like 80,000 bajillion viewers. Let's see. Fourth pick for the Dire. Let's guess heroes. If I had to guess, they have a Windrunner, a Batrider, a Visage. This is going to be Storm Spirit. I'm so bad at this. My timing is so off. Storm Spirit, fourth picked here. Storm, Bat, means Bat's probably going to offlane or jungle. Windrunner's probably going to support with a Visage. They're looking for a carry with their last pick. I'm Ron Burgundy. And we do see a fourth pick coming out here in a moment from the Radiant. Bane, Weaver, Abaddon. They have their two supports. They're looking for something that can contest the Storm Spirit. Quap is still in the pool. That's pretty good. Storm Spirit pre-6 is a decent laner, I guess, but Quap beats him. You can definitely make do with a Puck as well. Puck's probably really good. The silence is domination. So I'd go with the Puck here. There's also still Lifestealer available, so it's a very real option for either team, I suppose. And it's going to be a Bounty Hunter instead, so they go for an offlaner, see if the Puck gets banned out here perhaps, or maybe the Quap. One of those two seems really legit, but they'll ban out a hard carry instead. Maybe they know something I don't know. Looking at Bounty Hunter Weaver, I'd assume they're still looking for a mid, but they ban out a hard carry. Weaver could end up middle, I guess, but Storm against Weaver isn't that menacing. Weaver would have to come in base contact to deal damage to Storm, so Storm would just Remnant, and it would deal a lot of damage back to him. Luna ban out. Interesting too. Storm, Windrunner, Visage, Batrider. Let's add a casual Lifestealer. Why not? You already have the Storm. They go for the Drow instead. Jesus. Drow Ranger. Ladies and gentlemen, Drow Ranger has made it into the pool. And there's the Life Stealer. So I don't know how you let the Life Stealer just slip by like that for a whole draft. I mean, it's a hero that can hurt Drow pretty significantly. Weaver can be a good way to infest. Bounty Hunter could infest. But, you know, overall, I'm okay with these drafts. It looks pretty exciting. It looks pretty fast-paced, so let's just do it. Overlay time. No more fountain hooks. Why would that be depressing? Fountain hooks are so gimmicky, and plus it makes Pudge Wars better because you don't have those awkward hook exchanges. I'm pretty sure this game is unwinnable. Well, Asian letters, Asian letters, Asian letters. I think you're outmatched in terms of notoriety, but you got to believe in the heart of the cards sometimes. And if that doesn't work, then you uninstall. Let's look at the setup. Actually, let's introduce the players. Let's start with this team where I know pretty much nobody. Asian letters, Asian letters, Asian letters is going to be playing the Life Stealer. We have Austrian Dota player. Oh, shout out to him. Not many Austrians playing Dota. I'm of Austrian descent. And, you know, there's like 3 Austrian hockey players in the world. Michael Grabner, Thomas Vanek, and I don't know who the third is, but there must be a third one. They play in the NHL, the only legitimate league in the world, and they're cool. And let's see, Judaka is going to be playing the Bane. I heard he's someone that's really happy about the Pudge changes. Postman's going to be on Weaver, and SN is going to be an Abaddon. SN's a pretty legit player, I believe, if he's the same SN from the old team SN that used to win things occasionally. On the Dire side, we have Monkeys Forever playing the Drow. He's been playing well as of late. I think he's up there in the rankings, which I would update for you, but somehow I broke them, and now, like everything else in the world, they crash XSplit. Go Audio is playing Windrunner. Tralf is on Visage. We have Corey playing the Storm Spirit, and Misha on the Batrider. Let's spotlight Corey. He's legit. Seems like a nice guy. Top lane, there's a fight. Go Audio is taking a lot of damage. What for the really greedy build? He's going to eat through the trees and be fine. What a move. Look at that. That had to be a shift click. What a shift click. Oh, and a turnaround shackle, but the dive from Postman. Wow, well, you're going to dive and not even get the damage? Weak. Trough, meanwhile, not knowing what to do, is just going to casually back up. We see middle lane. Corey versus Bounty Hunter. This is a horrible... Why would they do this to somebody? What's he supposed to do here? He just got 1 CS in 1 minute. That average is going to be a little bit painful to deal with. What happened down here? This is Lifestealer versus Batrider. That's not that bad. So what went so wrong that Bounty Hunter had to go middle? Why couldn't they put the Weaver middle and try the... Okay, I see why they couldn't do that. I couldn't even say it without even thinking about how preposterous it was. But this is still... Oh my god, this is just a lose lane. He's got 2 CS, so he's breaking the average already. We have engagement on top lane, a casual shackle onto Judaka, but he's just going to back it up. Back that up. I don't know what the best case scenario for this tri lane is. I guess it's to stay alive, because the damage from Drow Aura? Is that 5 straight damage from the Aura? He only gets 1 from this. So it's 4 damage from the Aura? Maybe. Unless my looking skills are way off. That's so strong. That's like ridiculous on a 3 ranged carry lane. They're getting plus like 12 damage. Meanwhile, elsewhere, there's still nothing going on across the map. Batrider on the bottom lane. Misha's a really good player. I don't know why he hasn't been on a team in a while. I played with him a couple times. Dude's legit. We'll see if he could stomp on Asian letters. He's getting some stacks up there. It's a tough kill, of course, to get, but you know, you can at least frustrate him. Top lane, Abaddon gets caught out here. He's going to go ahead and shield himself and get nightmared. It's a little bit of overkill, but nobody's going to die in the process. And now we have Trough throwing a slowdown. He does not have enough mana for... Whoa! Monkeys Forever is going to die! What is this? What did they think was going to happen there without even having mana? Like, Trough still doesn't have mana for a Soul Assumption. What is his plan? Trough is going to end up maybe getting a kill. Power shot in. One auto attack. Both teams looking fishy. Turn around. Save your teammate! Oh, the postman! He walks into the... No! No! You walked into the sentry! And Abaddon didn't care. He shielded himself, healed himself after he was already being salved. Why? Why would you do that after you killed Monkeys Forever so nicely? I just don't get it. Don't throw your life away. It was so promising. Bounty Hunter, meanwhile, is going to find a rune. It's a haste rune. It's coming down bottom. This gank is going to be really unsuccessful. I mean, best case scenario, you hurt Misha a little bit, and he flies over some kind of edge, and then he's gone. And worst case scenario, he just casually walks up, take the regen rune that you ignored, and now he's even better off. Wow. Austrian Dota player, you're not representing us very well. That was... What? Jesus Christ. What am I doing in here? What am I doing? So I can't figure this out. Let's see. He's back middle, and the matchup is starting to look a little better for him. He's got 9 CS now to 31. I'd say that's very solid. At this rate, he's looking for an 82-minute BKB. Meanwhile, in the top lane, there's some sentries going down. Apparently, they realized the Weaver walked into one and died. Usually, the lane is a hot spot for sentries. If there are players out there that didn't acknowledge that in the past. Yeah, it happens. There's a little bit of a side rep. Go Audio's going to look for a shackle. They step out really far. There's not that much damage coming out from either side. But Go Audio is just going to casually take extra auto attacks. There's a nice shackle that catches too, but he doesn't have a win run, so he has to casually walk back and just hope that nobody hurts him too badly. We see Aura's up to level 2, so we're getting plus 6 now. It still says plus 7. Maybe... Oh, am I dumb? Does this give plus damage? It's just all attributes, so it's plus 7 legit. Because it wouldn't go to the plus. Whoops, sorry. So plus 7 damage. That's going to be ridiculous. This team is all ranged. No wonder they picked it. See how quick I am on picking up on these things? It's really, really going to help their lanes out. And this is a considering dive from Asian Letters. But he's just going to back up. Got that early Orb of Venom. Orb of Venom, best item in the game. There's an Infest that was intimidating, but didn't do all too much in honesty. I'm still waiting for this top lane to explode a little bit more. 1 for 1. This is not enough. We want more blood. This silence is going to be huge. 3-second silence for level 1 is pretty ridiculous. Silences are underrated in this game. Like, I guess Death Prophets is a little bit less good, but it's still underrated. Drow Ranger's silence animation is pretty strong too. We do see the roam up from Austrian, and he's going to come in here. He has track available. Misha comes in at the same time, and everything's about to go down. We have Under the Tower Postman coming in. Go Audio taking some damage, but the long-range shackle catches off Austrian Dota player, and now he is going to be the first one to drop after that whole engage. So much for the defensive heroes. Judaka is now targeted under the tower, trying to get the last hit on Go Audio. Not going to work out for him. Drow Ranger, though, is getting a salve off just in time. Monkeys Forever styling on y'all, and a back rat from Corey to try and clean everybody else up. He goes on top of Abaddon first. He moves. Oh, the shield comes up and saves him for 2 seconds. Corey doesn't have any more mana, so he's not going to be able to get the Weaver, but ends up being 3 for nil exchange. Man, what an exchange, guys. There were items, right? Let's see. Who got item? Oh, another Asian letter guy. Asian letters are just feeding Asian letters. And Bastos and Idea. Oh, I see what he did there. I see. Nice one, guy. Nice one. Make sure to follow things. Oh, we have potential kill hill. Austrian trying to hunt down monkeys. Monkeys refusing to use silence, which I guess he knows that they don't have much mana right now, but Silence could have stopped the first Shuriken probably if he just casted it. Oh, here's the Silence under the tower, but he's almost gonna die. Wow, how is he still alive? And then look at this, the opportunist Weaver. You know what? He has one hit. I don't mind doing the last hit damage. He's definitely the type of guy that's like, you know what? I'll help you out. I'll finish this one off. Meanwhile, he could have been there like 3 hours before and it would have just been successful and they wouldn't have needed to lose anybody. But, you know, he's a casual opportunist. Lifestealer's going to back up here. And proceed to do nothing because Misha has rune control from the bottom lane. That's pretty absurd when you think about it, because Bounty's been roaming the whole game. He has 13 CS. I know it's a lot, guys. 13 CS, he's really farmed. You can see he's already gotten boots. He has a bottle as well, and a magic wand. From here, I mean, he's probably looking for Divine Rapier next, because he can get that within a couple of minutes. But until that point, I think he's just going to continue to really be impactful around the map at his 0-2-1 score. You know, Go Audio gets spotted off, drops down an Observer Ward on top of another Observer Ward, which is always very clutch. And now Austrian's on the hunt, but this won't be a very... Whoa, 5-man Dota! The 9-minute 5-man Dota call comes out, and all of a sudden top lane is looking scary. TP comes up from Misha. He's going to join the fray. Pops off his invisibility because the runes are all dire, and he's sitting on top of Weaver, thinking about going for it. A Shackle comes out. The silence is in play for a moment. There's Misha not using an ultimate yet. Go Audio is going to casually die to an Infest. Jump in from Corey, and now they're going to target SN first. SN is dead. They're going to throw out a big Soul Assumption that takes a lot of damage down, forces the Bane out. Now they turn their attention to the Lifestealer. He's dead, and Postman's trying to retreat. Do they have a disable for him? He's going to time-lapse back into the middle of the fray. He barely surviving, low health, and it looks like he did not get clipped by that silence. Otherwise, he could have dropped there. Another big fight for the Dire. Nobody is too surprised. Let's see. Middle lane. Misha comes in here now. Let's go to net worth. Why not? It's about time to check out net worth. Corey dominating the net worth. Apparently he had an easy lane. We have Drow Ranger doing pretty well, and Batrider doing pretty well, and then the rest of the Radiant somewhere below that. But our graphs will indicate, let's see, can I do the math in my head? 1,200, 3,500 gold lead. Whoa, I'm so good at Dota! 3,500 gold lead. That's definitely closer to 4,000, but we'll just pretend it wasn't. Yeah, I totally guessed that too. Thank you, world. And now, on the bottom lane, we have Lifestealer. Don't tell me to round up. Windrunner's going to continue to do something down here. Batrider comes in. Where's his blink? He's so close to it. 400 away. He's about 30 seconds away from finishing that off. That's a really rough estimate. I'm going to give up on the estimates now because I got one pretty well. So we're going to stop. Quit while we're ahead on the bottom lane, top lane. Judaka, it's just trying to farm an ultimate. This dude, level 4. It's 12 minutes into the game. What you doing at level 4? That ain't good. How does Abaddon even out-leveled him? And Abaddon's just sitting back here. Pockets full of Posey, protecting the Lifestealer. He doesn't even know what he wants to do with his life anymore. Meanwhile, Smoke Gank, rotation to the bottom. JK, no smoke, just both Invis heroes. Now a regen rune spawns up, and once again, they're not going to take it. So let's see how Batrider gets this one by walking up to it. And Postman's going to walk into Batrider. Misha does have Firefly available, has every single thing, Flame Break and Ultimate. He's just going to put it on top of the Postman, and hey, surprise, Postman's going to be a little bit of trouble. Misha now getting dove harder by Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter can't find an auto attack. Janata's up now. It's late. He gets a Shuriken toss for the kill. Postman somehow survived. He got a time lapse off in the middle of that, I guess. But Corey comes in for the backside. He picked off a kill on Abaddon immediately. Now going on top of Lifestealer. Lifestealer's going to die here. And there ain't no help from the Invis heroes. They just backed it up immediately. And we have items coming out. Charizard gets an item. Debo 2 gets an item. Or Debo squared. And Battered Veg gets an item. Battered Veg. Let's monkeys forever. Has a Yasha up already. So this dude's farm is pretty serious. This dive is intense too, though. Silence gets off on both of them. Monkeys Forever survives for a moment, but now Judaka comes in, gets a sleep off on top of Corey. Postman's going to just try and retreat out of here. Austrian going to throw up a track, and everything should calm down because there are no more enforcements. We see bottom lane's getting pushed out a little bit by the Windrunner plus Familiars, and in comes Asian Letters to try and clear it all up. I want prediction, guys. Who's going to win this game? I've been saying Dire the whole time. Are you going to jump on my bandwagon? Are we all saying Dire's going to win, or does somebody believe in the Radiant? Tell me the truth. Look at this graph. It's starting to go by. Oh, what is going on up here? Ultimate on top of Corey. There's just not enough damage. Can he get out of here? Oh, no, he can't. Corey's dead. Monkeys Forever comes in, though, and he's just going to try and orb walk on Judaka's face. Silent Sleep's going to end in 1 second. Can he catch up? No, he doesn't have anything fast. Meanwhile, middle lane, SN's going to work with Postman to put damage on Tralfy. Tralfy under the tower is going to get some TP support here. He's kind of tough to take down. He has 2 levels in the Gravekeeper's Cloak, but they still get it. Now Go Audio's in a little bit of trouble. Postman trying to post everybody up under the tier 1. He gets a heal thrown out from the Abaddon, and now in comes Misha from the back end. He's chasing after Abaddon, has the lasso available, throws it on top. Abaddon's going to proc his ultimate any second now. There it is. He should stand in that fire. Instead, he's just running, and there's not much damage left on these gargoyles, so they're just going to go for stuns now, chain them. Misha up the hill is going to stack whatever slows he can, but he does notice that the Weaver is still here. Weaver does a decent bit of damage, and he's forced to back up for lack of support. And certainly they are lacking damage if their carries are not present. And that was pretty evident there. You know, if Storm is dead and Drow is dead or not there, they just don't hurt. This is the worst NEL game I've seen. I feel like people have said that every single game. So it can only be true if we started off with the very best and progressively are just getting worse and worse, which is a possibility. We do have damage on to Drow, and Drow just casually leaves. Let's see what our damage aura is up to now. Is it? I always forget how the rework works. 28% bonus damage. Let's look at this guy. So he has plus 31. He doesn't have any plus items. And there's a kill going on somewhere else. I should probably pay attention to that. Double damage on Weaver. Gets the Windrunner kill. So Go Audio drops again. Let's head these graphs over to net worth. So it looks like it's plus 31. Which doesn't make much sense if it's supposed to be 28%. Unless it's of Drow Rangers percent. So I'm going to check confirm, which would make much more sense and probably is true. Yeah, that's it. It's 31. It's Drow's percent. Forget it. Forget I asked. Oh man, you can't forget I asked. You already answered it. Sakatana Tana Saka. I can't even read your name because it's so bright. Wow, Bounty Hunter went for Yasha. So apparently he doesn't like dealing damage and resents his team and does not want $3,000. Oh, wait, Judaka doesn't want either as he uses a really nice ultimate on an illusion. Pretty obvious illusion at that, since his whole team walked past it and he decided to ult it. Meanwhile, the pull-in on top of Lifestealer trying to keep him alive. They use both defensive abilities. He's still going to drop to the last auto attack, and this fight is all over the place. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go right now. Bounty Hunter's just running away on the top. Middle lane, they're going to go ahead and orb walk on top of Abaddon. Abaddon gets under his tower, throws off his shield. They throw out a flame break, and Monkeys Forever has to back up a little bit because he is going to tank the full tower damage. In from the side comes Austrian Dota player. Austrian Dota player, it does a fair bit of damage to Monkeys Forever, but now the dust flies off. Corey uses the Vortex to pull in the Bounty Hunter, and now the dive on Postman. He's going to get the kill, but not before he drops as well. Chalfie taking some damage. The buyback from Lifestealer gets him back into the fray. Chalfie needs to back up. He's going to drop in a moment. Do they have enough damage to take anyone down? Do they have enough mana to take anyone down? No, so it's actually a decent buyback from Lifestealer. Coming back, gets an instant impact kill. Shackle flies off, doesn't do much of anything, and there's no mana to defend this tower. They should really press hard here. If you want Manta to escape silence, that's dumb. You would just go for BKB. It's obviously better item since you're against a Storm Spirit, a Shackle Shot. And a soul assumption that's going to rock you because you have no health. BKB does supplement your health pool. Sorry, just had to throw that out there. Miss mod already. Nargi. You bore me. Mid lane we have Corey coming down. He almost has his silence available. 600 and change away from that. Let's see the graphs. Back to 0. Behind lines, we have Austrian Dota player getting caught out. He's going to die without his team even making it up to contest. Silence drops on top of Judaku, who has an ultimate available. He's actually going to die to the auto attacks from the Drow Ranger. And that's it, I suppose. Bottom lane, the tower goes down to familiars. Nice play with those familiars, using them to split push. Doesn't usually always 100% of the time work out, but that time it did. And what else do we have happening here? I don't see much more items popping out other than eventually Corey getting a badass item. And from the back end, there's a little bit of a wrap. Tralf gets spotted off. Infest into Weaver. They're going to jump on top of him here. Tralf, you're in a bad spot, but the jump in and the super bait ends up taking down the Weaver first. Tralf is going to die in the long run, but a pretty fair trade at that. And now Misha jumps in. They're going to kill off the Lifestealer as well. And this game was getting closer, but now it's getting progressively less close as the chase is on. Throwing down the orbs, the jump forward from Corey, the damage is there to kill off the Abaddon, and now Judaka. Man, you can't even do anything about that. That ain't your fault. He's dead as well. And now they're going to put the push on this bottom lane. They should be able to push really fast, just based off of aura damage on the heroes. Like, they're hitting really hard. They're going to TP to split defend, it looks like, though. They're going to throw out some power shots with the Windrunner. Get a free tower, protect their mid tower. All is well for the Dire team right now, and the Radiant team need to shape up. I don't know if I should feel bad for Austrian Dota player for getting a really bad matchup, or if I should hate on him because even after the really bad matchup, he's had questionable plays. It's hard to decipher. We'll see, he's 2, 3, and 5, so he hasn't been that bad. He's gotten some tracks off, I guess. 7 out of 12 is pretty legit. But getting caught behind the tower here, far enough away so that your team who's over here can't actually do anything, is pretty strategically flawed. He really is. Oh, man. I don't actually know who he is. Let's see. Austrian Dota player. Does he have another alias, chat? Anyone identify him as something? Is he a real person, or is this like a easy mode bot playing for him? Why can't I just talk normally? What, is English not normal? Apologies! Sorry if you're foreign. I guess English is not normal. Those were words. Sometimes we use them to communicate. We use different words occasionally too. But if it gets too advanced, you might want to take classes. Head to your local public education facility. Follow up on that. Let's see. Demon's not in this game. But he actually got forbidden by somebody, I think, and missed out on it. Looking at the middle lane, Asian Letters is going to get jumped on. They have a lasso. They're going to pull him back. And absolutely nothing's going to come of it. Corey gets hit by Fiend's Grip. He's going to be able to jump out before they can kill him, and this is looking anticlimactic on every single front. But Tralf ends up dying. He has an Aegis for some reason. They're going to try to turn this around. Lifestealer's really low on health. Is anyone going to engage? Austrian jumps forward to get a kill onto Storm Spirit. That's a decent-sized play. Now Monkeys Forever turns around and goes on top of Postman. Oh, and now all the Radiant are dying. Oh, boy. And Lifestealer's going to toggle that armlet as fast as he can. Back it up to the base. Back it up, back it up, back it up. And he'll survive. But that fight looked pretty good for the Dire after initiations that actually didn't culminate in anything. We have boots. Let's see what else we have. We have a medallion. That was a badass Aegis, I think. Keep the Visage alive. He does all your damage anyway. Everyone else is just there to support him. Drow has Manta up. Manta on Drow is super legit. Super effective. Austrian Dota player finds a DD rune. I mean, I did say he's on track for an 82-minute BKB, and he may be starting it now. If this is a Sanjin Yasha, I could just actually cringe. That would be really disappointing. Like, super disappointing. I think that was actually a build on him at one point. Sanjin Yasha? I can't remember that far back. I've never really been a bounty hunter player. Postman comes in hard, and he forgets what he's doing. There's the initiate from his team coming in with the Infest Bomb. Monkeys Forever is going to Manta out of the Shuriken toss. He's still getting chased and taking a lot of damage. He's going to die. So a nice engage. Postman with that super bait. I don't know, did they not have a lasso? Or did they not use the lasso? It looked like they had time to kill him. He was silenced for so long. And then that engage probably wouldn't have went nearly as well. Monkeys Forever turns around. Austrian Dota player gets slept to survive. This guy's been defensive sleeping all game. Corey comes in. He's going to try and clean up whoever he can. There he goes. Austrian Dota player's dead. Bane is dead. Lifestealer is dead. Oh, man. Postman, you dead too. Oh, boy. SN is next target. He's dead. Rampage! Corey kills everybody! What? That was a 4v5, guys. You're doing it wrong. That was a 4v5. You killed off the... Oh boy. Was there a buyback? I don't even know what happened. Jesus. That was ugly. That Rampage. Corey, what a player. This kid's really good at Dotes, apparently. He did have his silence. He has 3,600 gold in the bank, and they call it GG. I said GG Corey, but apparently they canceled the countdown if that was legit GG. Maybe they think they still have a chance. Let's look at the graphs. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's look at the other graph. Oh, no, it gets worse. Let's look at the positive sides. Austrian Dota player is an emerging superstar. We also have Postman, who should stick to his name, delivering messages. Postman actually is a very legit job, I hear. We should all try and become Dota 2 Postmen. The jungle, nothing much going on here. Storm Spirit's going to lurk towards the Lincolns next. Lincolns against track... What? I guess you won't get tracked. It prevents Fiend Script occasionally, but what's the odds that you'll get Fiend Script? Actually, considering the fact that Judaka's already Fiend Script and Illusion, then maybe they're pretty good odds that Fiend Script will be the first tool to initiate on a Lincoln's. I do hear a lot of spells going off, and there's a kill on the Weaver. So Weaver gets absolutely destroyed. We have jump in. Misha's going to pull back Lifestealer. Lifestealer has been probably negative impact all game. He's got some kills, but it's just because he's Lifestealer. Like, if you A-click enough, you're going to get kills on the hero. I don't think he's done much more than that. They're just going to juggle sleep forever. This is... I guess this is like dropping mules in StarCraft. Look at this micro. Wow. Monkeys Forever, what a player. And now Lifestealer is just going to casually walk in and get silenced. Here comes damage. Here comes... Oh, sleep again. This has been... That juggle. Look at that. Just juggling all day. Everyone trying not to be a clown. Austrian Dota player walks in, doesn't do anything and almost dies. Misha's jump is unsuccessful at best. He's 15 stick charges, pops him off, still dies. Corey's just about to go ham onto his Lifestealer. Nice shackle shot, catches two. And now the silence on top of Judaka. Oh, Judaka. You can't just walk up like that. Who do you think you are? Austrian Dota player is going to go down as well. Power shot's going to finish him off. Corey on the back end. Auto attack damage too strong. Postman. One hit from dead. Will survive as he gets out of range of the sentry. SN. Yeah, you're going to die. Trout almost dies, but he's just been living on the edge. Living on a prayer the whole game. 5-4-19. GG call. Thanks everyone that watched. This was the first game of the NEL today. I'm NY John, your caster. Follow me on Twitter at NYJohnTV. Don't follow me on Twitter at NYJohnTV if you don't want to. This is the North American Dota 2 Elite League. North American Elite League, actually, I think, technically. That's why we call it NEL. It's NA Dota Elite League. I think that's it. Takes me a couple tries to figure this stuff out. We can see our score sheet. Really strong game from Corey. Monkeys Forever died a lot. 6 deaths. So, shame on him for that. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Bane got a whopping 141 gold per minute. We also have... Where is he? Bounty Hunter, 302 gold per minute, 52 CS. So, the 1 CS per minute pace, he actually doubled that. Impressive. We'll see if there's going to be another game available. I can't see my mouse, so it's really hard to click the close button. Okay, my mouse is